Good afternoon, everyone. How you guys doing? Monica and Renee here on this beautiful sunny day for me. How's it looking for you, Renee?
I think it's 90 degrees outside, so it's sunny.
It's hot, yeah.
I love your prop. I love your prop. That's actually
Oh,
one of
yeah.
my favorite. That's probably, this is gonna sound weird. That's probably my favorite Marvel character right now.
Oh, I'm surprised you know who it is. People are like, what is that? Oh, so
No,
you
I
knew.
I was. Yeah. Oh, I that little dude. I mean, it's the big guy who's now the little guy, but yeah, he's super cool. I like him. I like him. Doesn't say
Yes,
much. Just kind of does his thing.
I am Groot.
I'm Groot, and that's it.
I
So I think
but so yeah, I
he's
found this
perfect.
in my kids well, a couple weeks ago. I was like, why don't you guys ever play with this? Because when we went to Disneyland a couple years ago, they begged me for these, right? So they each got one and they're expensive. And I'm like, you guys never use them. And my son goes, you should use it. And my daughter goes, yeah, you should put it on while you go live. And I go, maybe I will. So they told me to do it. So
That's cool. What other characters do you have?
this is the only one that does this that you can wear on your shoulder. Yeah. But
Oh, okay. Well,
they
makes
all
sense.
wanted one.
Kind of hard to wear Iron Man on your shoulder. But hey, Wes, how's it going? I was late to the email, by the way. So a lot of people are getting an email right now, and I usually shoot it 30 minutes prior, so we may have low attendance at the beginning, but that's okay. Let's get
Right.
rocking and rolling.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get
Why don't we
started. I'm gonna pop this up in here. See, that should be full screen. There we go.
Wes is noticing my hair. I have a hair appointment in 3 weeks. I could not get anything sooner. So in
I like
three or
it.
4 weeks, I think. Well, I just can't stand it. It hairs my face so much, it gets annoying. So and it's too short to do a ponytail, which I'm not into anyway. But
Me either.
in 3 or 4 weeks, I'll be cutting it off. That's the earliest appointment they had. So after that, you guys will see me back to normal for a little bit. So that's good. Anyway, let's get going.
Alrighty. So today we're going to talk about just another way to get closer to your dream, working with our dream builders here. So we want to make sure, are you in the right place? You know, who do we help here? And is it right for you? So if any of these apply, then we want you to keep watching. One, you are passionate about your products and services and the people that you help with those products and services. You truly love what you do and you want to build a dream lifestyle doing this, build a business to fund your lifestyle, doing what you love and really make it a reality. And you want to build this online. You want to create stability, recurring income. You want to be able to stop trading time for money and build a lucrative online business that allows you to live that dream. And with more money and time, you can help more people. And we're called 22 Social for a reason, right? Using and leveraging the power of social networks like Facebook to connect with those who need your help, build community, create lasting impact on those you help, and also in your own life in doing so. And finally, you know that you've got to be committed and this won't happen overnight. You're truly passionate. You're willing to put in the time and the work to create this dream business, something that will let you experience have that lasting impact, have lasting income, and give you that lasting lifestyle fulfillment, long-term success, something that we can take out of the idea in our head and actually get it to fruition, right? And starting as soon as right now. So in order to do that, you want to kind of follow a guide. We call ours the blueprint, right? The Dream Builder Blueprint. And it's for dream builders like yourself. It's a set of building blocks, milestones, steps that you can kind of gauge that you should achieve on your path to get to where you want to get. And a lot of people who have been successful in online business have done so following this blueprint. So starting number one with the foundation of the dream. What is that dream? What are you working towards? What does that lifestyle really look like that you're doing all of this work for? And the business is going to let you live that life. In that business, you are delivering something, your expertise, your knowledge, your help, and your solutions. So what can you promise and commit to deliver? And who's the ideal client that will need those results? That could be anything from live streaming to blogging, writing a book, doing a podcast, creating courses, running a membership, one-on-one sessions, whatever it is that you do. What is it that you can commit to? Because you've got to be able to continuously keep doing it, right? So don't promise and commit to something that you hate doing. Once you, figure out what that is, and you've got something that you like, then invite people to take you up on your offer. Invite people to experience that solution that your service or product provides. But in order to do that, find out like who has the problem that you're solving, who are the people that are struggling, and you have the solution that can help them, and then let them know what your offer is. Invite them to take you up on it. Book a call with me, become a beta tester of my group, or join my membership. Now I have this special founding member price. You'd be perfect for it. Whatever that is, get them to start taking you up on your offers. This stage is very important because you're going to learn from everything, right? From the invitation, from the feedback, from everything about your pricing, delivery methods. You may even learn, what type of future products, or you can build on products, or kind of like intro products you can create based on a lot of the feedback you get. And that's when you can start to systematize, right? And this will help you to continuously deliver value. It's really going to help you nurture the audience that you're starting to grow, the current members or clients you have, your prospective clients and members, and being able to nurture them along the way to get them, getting their problem solved and having those solutions built out for them the way that you know how to do best, right? So it's an important step. I would say start now, don't wait, start with a small group, and then you'll also be able to nurture through that small group. This is when you are going to then know the best way to do these types of things, and you'll really be able to grow, because once you have something that works, something that people are willing to pay for, and you have a systematic way to deliver it, that's when you can begin attracting more business and growing and really expanding and scaling what you have. Wording your copy, improving on that. This is maybe when you either, some people don't even start ads until this point, but perfecting your ads if you've already done that. Maybe introducing referral and affiliate programs and things like that, or expanding on what you currently have. But following the blueprint, following the steps, and making money along the way, not waiting until you have it all ready to start actually doing that invite stage, right? Or selling your product, or offering, like today, we're going to talk about one-on-one sessions, and doing that along the way so that you're learning, you're growing, you're earning, and you're building that dream. So today, we're going to talk a piece of that. We're going to talk about one of the ways that people are delivering their expertise through coaching sessions, right, Renee? We're going to talk about, I don't know if you want to take over here, but I've got your e-journey roller coaster slide here, so you can kind of walk us through that.
I'll take over.
And you can take, yep, awesome.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep, no problem. I think before I start talking about actually selling one-on-one sessions and all that, I would say probably most of the people I talk to a lot of people one-on-one on the phone. And so I have a way for people to schedule a quick call with me. And most of the people who are fairly new to online business get this really wrong. So I wanted to take the time, even though it's not really what's on the title, I wanted to take the time to go over this. Some of you may have seen this before. Let me know if you have. That's cool. If not, this may be brand new, but they really don't know what to sell first. I mean, I've gotten all over the map. Like, hey, I have, I'm a therapist by day and I have a practice, but I want to start doing some stuff online. And I've gotten anywhere from, I want to create a course, to I want to launch a membership, to a number of different things. And usually I want to figure out where they're at in their journey. So I came up with this roller coaster a few years back because of what I've seen people go through. And it's just and it's a function of passive or active income. Passive meaning the kind of stuff we want to have, which is very scalable, where I create something once and I'm passively just collecting income after. Or active, where I'm really involved, spending more one-on-one time to selling. So that's really the journey that someone goes through. And usually when someone's brand new to their expertise, to whatever it is, from horse training to dog training to fitness to energy healing, to anything under the sun you can think of, whatever your expertise is, if you're fairly new on learning, your income's kind of passive because there's not much there. But usually what we tell people is that they actually share their expertise out loud, maybe start creating a community or a free membership where they're sharing ideas till they climb that roller coaster and get closer to the earn phase where they're actually more of an expert. They can get repeatable results for their clients on a one-on-one basis. Even if they still have to customize per client and they haven't really clearly defined their formulas, but they're becoming an expert. And today I'm going to be talking to you if you're still in the earn phase, or you're getting to the earn phase, or maybe you're already in the scale phase, but your part of your business is kind of still there. I'm going to be talking to you right here. And that's someone, like I said, is already an expert, can get repeatable results, and but wants to really create quick cash flow, even if it's active income, even if it's income that they have to spend a lot of one-on-one time on. Then you're in this phase. And after that, after your formulas are better defined, then you start entering a little more fun. It's always fun when you're going down the roller coaster, the scale phase. And that's where you can sell courses or scalable memberships, where you know that if you explain your formula, that's enough to get people results on their own. They don't need your one-on-one time, and you could really scale. And after that, kind of the roller coaster continues. You might want to start selling the recipes. Maybe that therapist says, hey, you know what? Now I think I can help other therapists do what I just went through with this roller coaster ride. So I'm gonna start selling the recipes and the recipe, and this sort of continues again. So I wanted to go through that so you know where you're at again. And so I'm gonna show you another slide that briefly describes where you're at. So again, if you're in the learn phase, you have a passion for something, but you're not really an expert yet, then we recommend you do something like learning out loud, which is, ironically enough, is something that you would probably do to scale a business, but you would probably do it for free or really, really cheap. So we call that learning out loud, sharing part of your journey with other people to start creating an audience, and maybe leveraging other experienced experts, creating content on a membership or a group, and starting to guide others on their membership, on their journey. I'm sorry. But the earn phase is hopefully after your learn phase, you're becoming more of an expert, and you could really start to make some serious cash. And your goal is really to increase cash flow. And you want to start earning recurring income from qualified clients. So you start with high ticket group coaching or mastermind. And so there's a couple of things you could do, and I actually have a slide where I'm going to go into more detail on this. You could do a recurring one-on-one client. You could say, hey, look, I've done a lot of that. I'm going to put you on a recurring plan. I'm going to charge you X amount of dollars every month, and I'm going to have 4, 5, 6 sessions with you every month, or maybe once a week. And that's sort of like a membership. Yes, it's very individualized, but it's still recurring income. So I like that. Or it could be group coaching. It could be, hey, you're doing 2 calls a month with a group, which could be a mastermind or support group that you're helping in a group environment through Zoom calls or something else like that. So those are your options. And yes, I will cover this high ticket recurring income pyramid as well in a sec. And then scale is you start repurposing what you've learned with clients and group coaching, and you can launch a paid membership and optionally add a community, which a lot of people are doing. And trickle down your content from your high ticket clients to your community. So a lot of what you're learning or doing with your clients, a lot of it you could just share back to your community, and really have that content or that knowledge serve a lot of people. So those are the 3 phases that most of you will be at. If you're past scale, then you're probably repeating the same thing, but you're selling the recipe. So you will ultimately land in one of those 3. It's good to know where you're at, so you know what you're supposed to be doing. And so I'm going to assume that most of you are probably in that earn phase, or a little bit into the scale, and that's okay. But with that, let me go through. If that therapist says, "Hey, I haven't done much online, I want to do something," or that fitness instructor or that fitness expert says, "I haven't done much online. I've had a gym or I have a yoga studio, but I want to start doing something online." This is a pyramid I would show them, and as a way to transition and eventually have a business that scales. And it starts with one-on-one. I do recommend that people start doing that. If they can get results one-on-one, then they're ready for the next phase. And that could be one-on-one sessions with clients, and you get a chance to customize your advice for each client. But that's when formulas become apparent. By the way, this whole slide was a result of me sketching this thing on a whiteboard so many different times. I thought, hey, I need to make a slide out of it. So this slide actually proves itself. It actually was, the formula became more apparent, and I turn it into a slide. Then after that is group coaching. There's something about things in groups. One thing is it starts to scale a little bit because you can use the same amount of time for a group of 10, 15, or 20 people that you would have with one person and still help them get results. But that's where formulas get refined. When people start talking to each other and say, hey, you know, that diagram that Renee was showing us, or Monica, or whoever you are was showing us, then that's starting to make sense, or this made sense. So that's where really you start cementing those ideas into formulas that are a little more defined, which help you launch your paid memberships. And that's where really those formulas are sold. I mean, they're as training, as templates, as resources. And that's the formula that I'd recommend most of you who are either entering or somewhere in the earn phase follow. That's going to tailgate into the paid membership. And there's definitely doesn't have to be kind of like one size fits all. You can get creative. You can actually launch. I've helped people do this, launch hybrid programs where it's maybe it's group coaching calls with one-on-one session a month, or maybe it's launch all three at the same time, but only sell it as a package and say, hey, you're going to have a little one-on-one time with me a month, 1 hour, 30 minutes. You're going to have group coaching calls, and I'm also going to add a community where I'm going to be adding some training and some resources. You could also do that as well. But I do recommend that you start simple, but it doesn't necessarily, you don't have to stop doing one-on-one coaching to add a group coaching component or to add a membership for sure. And I mean, if you've been doing a lot of one-on-one offline already, then you may be ready for group coaching already, and or even to start launching your paid membership. So again, that's the formula that I recommend. I've had people start backwards. I'll give you a quick little example. I know we talked about this before, but if you tell me, hey, you know what, I just want to start with something else scale, and I'm gonna launch a $10 membership, and I don't have an audience or anyone to promote it to, but I want to launch that, and it'll take you a long time to create substantial income at $10 a month. So if you have a limited warm market, I do recommend you start with a high offer first and put them on a recurring program. You can definitely do that with 20 Social. You can have them sign up and pay, I don't know, X amount of dollars every month or every week, and have them be on a recurring plan. So it's totally doable. It's easy on the technology side, but I think you should focus on that if you're starting out. If you are an expert that can report results, but you're starting out in terms of trying to create a substantial income, then that's the road. That's the order I recommend that you follow. So
and you can go the other way too, right? You start at the top of the pyramid and go down, but then once you're there, once you've done the work and you've got a membership with people in it, and there's a lot going on there, you can also in there offer one-on-one services and things where people can then, if they want to pay the extra to do the one-on-one time with you, until you get to the point where a lot of people are like, I don't do it anymore. You know, like you get to a point where like, I don't offer one-on-one, or I don't do freelance. And so they get to, you know, they're way on that other side of the spectrum. But I see a lot of people doing the same thing. They want to start there at the membership, right, and go the other way. And they're like, oh, well, I can get people in the membership that will pay me for the one-on-ones. And it's the content and the formulas that you sell, and the systems and the templates that is the meat of the membership, what people are buying into, that you're going to develop that by starting with the one-on-ones and moving into the group. And then you can, go back into it a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, you could definitely say, hey, look, I'm gonna start one-on-one, but you know what? As part of this one-on-one program, I'm gonna add you to my group. That's eventually gonna be sold as a membership,
right?
And I'm gonna be adding resources there to start creating that community. That way, you have really, I mean, the people who are paying for one-on-one time are the most engaged and most invested. So they're probably really good initial members for that community anyway. So you could do that. And yeah, once you have all three, you could definitely funnel the traffic in the opposite direction. You could say, hey, I'm going to invite people to the paid programs for membership first, and then have them upgrade from there if they're ready for a higher tiered support on my from me.
Yeah.
But from
and
that,
it all goes back to the goal, right? Because if the goal is passive income on a larger scale where you're doing less work and reaching more people, then this is the pyramid to follow. You want to go in this order. You don't want to start going back to active income, right? Unless it's very substantial. Right. Yeah.
Exactly. And so a lot of context for what we're saying is I mean the best. It's still I still don't have a better solution for selling one-on-one or high ticket programs other than complimentary sessions. And I didn't make this up. This is something the industry's been doing for a long time, and it's still working, and people still appreciate it. There's a few things that I want you to keep in mind when doing this. There's things you can do right and things you can do wrong. So I want to cover some of those today. Um, but one thing I am going to say is that there are other ways of doing it. You could actually set up a pretty extensive marketing funnel to make it happen. But initially, for most of you, when you're starting with that earn phase, if you don't have a big list of testimonials, a big list of case studies, then it's going to be rough for a funnel to outsell you. Because in the complimentary sessions, you are the funnel. You are that perfect video, but you're just live and in person. You can customize your answers and your objection handling on the fly to each individual. So you're more likely that you're going to get better results than any system out there. So this is where you should start. And then from there, you could always optimize and have videos and different systems that will help you with the sale. But this is the best way to do it right now. So one thing I do think is that you want to make sure there's value around the session. And you want to make sure people know that this is a gift and it is not a sales call. Yes, you will be selling them or offering them a service afterwards, but the call cannot be about you selling them something. The call needs to have actual real value. And you should limit it. You shouldn't say, hey, anyone can talk to me at any time. You should put some limits on it. And you could do that with availability. You could say, hey, I only have so many limited slots per week. So different ways of doing that. They should be pre-qualified before the session. So one of the things I've asked people to do is to create a questionnaire to gauge the level of or the kind of prospect that you're about to meet with. And are they coachable? Are they ready to invest in their business or in their future? Are they how far ahead? Are they a newbie entrepreneur? Are they an advanced entrepreneur? Are they a newbie workout person or fitness person? Or are they someone who's already competed in, I don't know, amateur Olympics or something? So depending on what your expertise is, measuring where they're at, because it's going to make that session much more valuable. And also, I mean, if it happens to be someone who's like, hey, if I'm looking to help someone who's already a qualified expert and someone says, hey, you know what, I'm still in the learn phase, then that's not a call for me. Then I could honestly say, you know what, based on your answer, I don't think we're a right fit. I mean, I think there's someone else probably out there that can help you, but I can't help you with figuring out what you're supposed to do in business. I'm looking to work with people who already have a business who maybe want to do something else with that or something. But so it's good to so that you don't waste time as well. But it's also to put them in the right mindset. A lot of times, if you create the questions in a certain way, you will put them in the right mindset so that they're a lot more ready to be attentive and listening and opening to learning from you on that call. So this is very, very key, very important because you're going to have a much fruitful call and obviously much the higher conversion rate on the other end. And during the session, so I did say that cannot be a sales call. It has to be a real session. And what I tell people is that's where you show your magic. So you have to give them a small win. They have to say, oh, you know what? I've been trying to figure that out for a long time. Now this makes sense. So you're not going to solve every problem under the sun for them because it's only a short call. But if they can see a small win, they can say, hey, you know what? They can really help me. I could see how they can help me with some of our problems. So guess what? They're going to be a lot more likely to work with you if they see that, hey, you could definitely help them solve that problem or that challenge that you're an expert in solving. But also, it's a two-way street, and I do that all the time on calls when I don't do a lot of one-on-one, but when I do, the time that I do have, I do it to make sure that they know that, hey, this call, the goal of the call is really a two-way street. They have to like you, meaning they have to feel like, hey, you are a good expert, a good fit for them. And you have to like them, meaning they have to be a good fit for the type of client that you want to work with. If it's not a two-way match, then you know what? Great, no problem. They can go out. Maybe you can put them in the direction of another expert to help them get better results. But This needs to be clear. And you need to tell them, hey, this is why I think we're a good fit. First, ask them, hey, do you feel like we're a good fit? Do you feel like that what I've helped you with has made a difference? They're going to probably say yes. If they say no, that's okay. You know what? That's okay. At least we've learned that, and maybe you can find a different expert. But if they say yes, more than likely, then you tell them, hey, this is why I think we're a good fit. Before you even present an offer of that of your package, of your high ticket package to work with you on an ongoing basis. But one thing I'm going to cover, there's probably 100 things that I can go through with you in terms of how to make this a better call, but I wanted to hit some points. One of the biggest ones is a lot of the times people will say no, not because they don't believe in you, it's because they don't believe in themselves. I wanted to give you that tip, because if I'm helping someone launch a business online, okay, as an example, okay, and they may feel like, hey, yeah, Renee knows what he's talking about, he can help them. But if they have doubt that they can do it, because they have a part to play, right? They need to actually deliver some value in this membership. Or they need to be able to at least use some basic technology. If there's doubt in themselves, then they're not going to move forward. So that's something that you do need to address to make sure that, hey, they understand that, or they're confident they can do it. If they're not confident, that needs to be addressed. They need to help them overcome those fears, or because otherwise they're not going to want to move forward. So that's just one item. I mean, there's a lot of things we can go over, but that's one of the most common things that I see happening when people on a call is that lack of the client having lack or not believing in themselves. So any additional tips? You know what? I made these slides a while back, so I'm trying. Okay, so
I hit the wrong button. I had it muted, and I was talking. I go, he can't even hear me.
Okay, no problem. Let me go back.
Sorry.
There you go.
I got it. There we go.
So so little tip that is not something you want to do all the time, but be flexible with your charging. Let's say your fee, to pick for lack of another number, let's say it's $1,000, but you're scared, and you're really afraid of, I don't know if I can ask for that, which really you got to work on your own mindset and overcome that. But let's say you're struggling to do that. It's okay to say, hey, you know what? The first person I close, I'm going to offer it at $7.99 instead of $1,000. And it's okay to do that as long as you're raising your price every time you offer it. But that'll build your confidence. Hey, look, if I was able to do it, if I was able to close at $7.99 and they were fine with it, they thought it was actually a good deal, maybe I can charge you a little more till you get to the price that you want. But it's okay to do that. Just don't do it too much. Don't sell yourself short, because when you're thinking about this, think about all the time you spent becoming that expert, that you're going to save them all that time, all those hours, and sweat equity in doing that. Okay, have a suspect. Again, don't overdo this as well. Also, but if you feel like, hey, this is a good prospect, they're a suspect to becoming a client, then book a second session. Don't be afraid of giving them another session for free. I've done it before. And that's where, if you feel like, hey, I'm not sure if we're a right fit yet, I don't know if they've seen my magic yet enough, or I don't know if I know for a fact that we're a good fit, or I want to work with them, I'd rather spend another session, because I don't want to just say no right now, or I don't want them to say no right now, but I want to investigate a little further. It's okay to do that. Just don't do it too often, because your time is valuable, but it's okay to do that. And yes, sessions are inefficient, but it's the best tool that you have right now to do that. Eventually you will have a better flow where, like, maybe you invite them to the membership first, and then maybe it's a group coaching after that, that's offered from there, and then one-on-one time after that. So there will be better, more efficient ways of doing this, but right now it's the most effective way of doing it, because no one's a better sales funnel than you are in person. So that's it. So that's just some tips for you in terms of those one-on-one sessions. If you have any questions on this topic, feel free to comment them now, or let me know if anyone's already doing this. What are your thoughts on what we covered? But also, you can do it in a group if you want to talk about that in our group, and we'll share how to find the group in case you're not a member of the group yet in a few minutes. But that's pretty much all I got. So if you want to take over, Monica, you're up.
All right, and I'm not muted, right?
No, you're not. I can hear you.
All right, so let's take a look at how all of this works. First and foremost, it starts with a free Facebook business page. They're easy to set up and manage. A lot of people like to use them as I call it my online hub, right? You don't even need a website. They're free, they're indexed, and most people are familiar with them. And you don't, in this day and age, you don't really need a website to run a business. This could be either in addition to it or a replacement for it. But with 22 Social, you can create landing pages like mini websites, right? For free and paid content that is connected to your free Facebook business page. Every custom landing page that you can create here comes with a mobile-friendly smart link. You can share that online. You can link to it from other places. Your pages like call to action button, if you use like a Y stamp signatures in your emails, but anywhere, buttons on your existing website, put the link in every post that you make. If you have a call to action there, I say put it everywhere. That smart link is your friend. Get very familiar with it. This smart link is what is generated after you're ready to publish your app. So when you first install an app, this is kind of what it looks like, right? It's very plain, bare bones. You're going to want to make it your own, style it, customize it before you publish it. Then when you publish it, you'll have a link that you can share. So you can, it installs in seconds, and then you customize the way it looks with text, video, images. You can embed forms, contact widgets. You can sync with your CRM, with Messenger, all kinds of stuff. Everything you create is mobile ready. So it's viewable on phones, tablets, everywhere when you share that smart link. So it'll look great and work and function on any device. So use the software to create whatever you want, as many as you want. Facebook currently allows up to 15 of these custom applications connected to a business page. They call them third-party apps. You get 15 installs per page. And with a basic account, you can connect 3 pages. So what's that? Do the math, 45? 45 of these. I don't know that you need 45 different pages, but you could create that. And you can create informational pages that are ungated, meaning anyone on the internet with an internet connection that don't even have to be logged into Facebook can view, like a welcome page that just talks about, who you are and has links to all of your offers, perhaps. Or you can restrict access. And we like to talk about doing that in 3 ways. A free access restriction. So you're not charging for access, but they do need to register or enroll or sign up. Like if it's a contest, they need to register to win. If it's a free webinar, if you're giving some type of free download, they need to confirm their login with Facebook, and then they have access to whatever it is you're giving away for free as a lead generation offer. And then you can also protect content by payment, either one-time or recurring. So one time could be an online course, like a video or digital course. Maybe you're selling content like ebooks or some type of electronic content, or you're selling your time, like we talked about today, a one-on-one session or maybe a group session where they're paying for one block of time, a paid webinar, paid masterclass, and you make your money one time, or make it recurring and you make your gated content, your content restricted based on a recurring payment. Very popular. This is our most popular method that people are using the software for, to run memberships. Integrates really well with Facebook groups, and there's lots of cool tools that allow you to manage your membership, make it a lot easier. You don't need to have all these other different solutions and shopping carts and forums and all of that. So it's really, you can use all the free tools that your Facebook account provides for you. And because it's an application that you install on your page, it integrates and leverages the power of Facebook, which has some very powerful uses to it. For example, gated content requires a Facebook login, especially if it's like a paid course or something. People aren't going to share their Facebook login to give, let's say their downline access to your course. Plus, it connects the Facebook profile to the payment profile. So there's no guesswork, like their name on PayPal is one thing, but their name to join my Facebook group is something else. Lots of really great ways to kind of integrate it all and make it. So let's take a kind of a bird's eye look at how this works. We're going to use an example of you've created your landing page, your content, whether it's free or paid or whatever it is, and you're ready now to hit the publish button and share it. So you're going to publish and you're going to get the smart link when your app's published, and that is what you share. this example I'm going to walk through is what this would look like if you shared that on Facebook. So someone will see this in their news feed. They'll click on it, hopefully, right? That takes them to the landing page, which is the gate side of your 22 Social gated page, right? They will land there and they will click through. If they're interested, they'll say, yes, this is for me. And they'll click a button that will ask them to confirm their identity. And this is the login with Facebook option. It will all pre-fill, so they don't have to do anything, but they could. It pre-fills, and all they got to do is say, yes, this is me, continue. With that, they are then given access to whatever you've created on the other side. So it's the same page. It's just there's the gate, and then there's the content behind the gate. And then anyone who's registered or paid or however you set it up now has access to everything you've created that was protected or restricted based on that access. They can kind of shop around, look around, go through. If this is a membership, this is where you'll say, hey, here's the link to our Facebook group, or here's your free download, or whatever it is they've signed up for. They now have access to it. You can connect this to email as well. There's all kinds of cool tools for communicating. You on the back end of this, you'll be able to then get valuable Facebook data. Each person that registers or logs in, you've got their name, their email, their picture that they use on Facebook. And so you can manage all this in the back office. There's a tab at the top called the SRM, Social Relationship Manager, that lists everyone that's registered or enrolled or paid for through this gated app. And if it's a membership, one of the really cool benefits is that you can click on each person, get a little bit more info. You can do that whether it's a membership or not. But for example, a membership that uses PayPal, I like this feature because if I ever need to just figure something out or click on something or confirm something or see what they're paying or who they are, or if they want to, if they need to cancel or they need to upgrade something on their membership, I can just click the little P button that takes me to that person's PayPal profile. So that's really, really easy to manage. And speaking of managing a membership, which again is what a lot of people are using 22 Social for, I love this tool. This is a free browser extension for the Chrome browser. It's a 22 Social Connect that there's a link to in each app. So once you're ready to publish, you click on that to install it. And based on a few details, putting in your different apps and your group URL, which we have a few tutorials on. I'll link to that if anyone has questions about that. We have some links on this whole process and how this works. But the coolest thing is that it turns your names in your group, so your group members and the people who are like in the queue waiting to join, like your member requests, it'll turn their name a color based on whatever settings you put in the app. This is the default. Green means active, red means inactive, and orange just means it's not found. That will tell you whether they should be removed because they've stopped payment or they canceled, or if they're okay to get added because they've registered or paid. So it's really, really convenient. And these connections like this and connecting with your CRM, your email newsletter, connecting to payment processors, Stripe, PayPal, cool tools like this, and using the software and using free Facebook pages allows you to really live that dream lifestyle. Here's an example of one of our members who's doing really well. This is an example of just one of the many products that he is offering using the software. And waking up to something like this in your inbox would be really great, wouldn't it? I love seeing messages like this too. So we want this for everyone. This is why we showcase these people that are having success. Following that blueprint, following those steps in that order will allow you to get to this place here where you're really enjoying that passive income. So if you're curious, how do I get started? What is it that I need to do? It's different for everyone. What we'd like for you to do is take the assessment that we offer. It's the free assessment that's called the Dream Builder Self-Assessment. And this is going to give you a customized plan that's going to tell you where you are based on your journey and what the next best step is for you and give you some guidance on that. So really important to know where you are so you know what the next best step is for you. And we'd like to offer that up as a free assessment that you can take. So check out 22s.com/dream. That's where you'll be able to get the assessment. That's also, as Renee mentioned earlier, if you haven't joined the group, there's a link to the Facebook group in there. You'll also be able to check out a really cool deal we have called the Dream Builder Bundle. If you're not yet a 22 Social user, we want to offer you the course that we've put together, the Dream Builder Blueprint course, combined with a year of the software so that you can implement what you're learning as you're earning, right? And so earn as you're learning and grow and make money along the way and really follow the blueprint the way it was intended. So a lot of the different stages that we talked about at the beginning, like invite and nurture and scale, and a lot of the topics that Renee mentioned today, and some of those, even some of the slides we use occasionally in our lives, come from a lot of the concepts in that course. It's a really awesome course. So this bundle here, we actually do give away too. So we give this away every week. And right now we're actually going to pick our winner for this week, who's going to get the course and the software 1 year absolutely free. Let's see who that is this week. Dun, dun, dun. Yay, James Martinez. Awesome, James. You just won the Dream Builder bundle. Awesome. So message our page. We'll get you all hooked up. Congrats, James. You got a year of the 22 Social software on us, plus the Dream Builder course. Love to see what you're going to do with that. So let us know. But if you didn't win, right, if you're thinking, oh, what I want to win, you can increase your chances to win also by going to t2s.com/dream. There is an option to get your referral link, and that tracks how many people you refer to take the free assessment, join the group, visit us, attend our lives every week. Just for registering, it's completely free to register. So invite others who you think could, get some help or use the help to really perfect their journey, figure out where they are, and make that dream a reality. And in doing so, you increase your chances to win. So kudos to James. And this is also where like I said, you can get access to the group, the Facebook group. So, we don't always answer all of the questions here, or we don't, and I'm going to switch back. So let me turn this off, because I like to give you a warning, Renee, when I'm going to turn the camera back. We don't, my camera.
It's scratching my nose or something.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, you're not on camera, though.
Sorry. I know. Well, I learned your trick about, like saving bandwidth. I'm like, I'm going to just turn it off. But yeah,
it makes sense.
You're right. If I'm just doing slides, I never even thought to do that. So I could use all the help I can get. But yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. I was saying something.
Yeah. Well, if you have stuff, if you have anything you want to share in the group, if you want to ask questions about
that was it.
One-on-one sessions or all that stuff, I mean, feel free to do that. I know it may seem like it's not directly correlated to software, but it is. We're here. We've done it. We've been there. So don't be shy. Ask away on this thread or create a thread in the group, and go from there.
Yep.
And anyway, we'll see you guys next week, and we'll see. Maybe my hair will be down to here by next week, but we'll see.
Yeah, I've been watching
anyway, yeah, I'm gonna catch up to you pretty soon, Monica. But anyway, yeah, it's gonna be a while. But no, I got a haircut in 3 weeks, and I'm excited about it. Can't wait. But anyway, we wanted to do this today because there's stuff that comes up when I'm talking to people on the phone a lot. So I thought it'd help out. So hopefully this has been helpful. And we'll see you guys next week.
See ya. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.